I am making a Dayna pack and a Peekaboo zipper pouch toiletry bag. Why would I forget the name of my own pattern? Anyway, I'm hoping to finish both of these within 40 minutes. I think I can. I should be able to. So I'm just using my zipper jig really quick to attach my zipper pulls onto Zipper by the Yard. I think I'm going to make the Dayna pack first, just because the thread I have in my machine will match really well. So if I run out for the Peekaboo, I can use something else. Hi Shayna, how's it going? Hi Lexi. Use one of these. My chair is so squeaky. All right. Hi Robert. Oh wow, 7 NCWs. That's impressive. Hi Brittany. Hi Joy. I actually watched Linds's video on this pattern while I was cutting it out, just because I needed a little refresher, and it is as quick as I was remembering that it would be, so that's exciting. So I'm going to start. Lillian. This is the water resistant canvas that comes in the grand opening box, and I have found that the best way to figure out the right side versus the wrong side is I just wrinkled it, and there's like little white creases on one side and there's no markings on the crease on the other side, so this is the right side. Oh Stacy, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so happy that everybody loves the box. We've been brainstorming, like, do we want to do more boxes in the future? I don't know. They were so much work. I hate that people missed out. We totally did not think we would sell out. So if we do, we're not sure if we want it to be like a subscription box on a separate website so that the orders don't get mixed in, because that's pretty much the main reason why we don't do pre-orders. But then as far as like a subscription box, what do people need that I don't already sell? You know? And like, I know project boxes would be amazing, but no, the grand opening boxes have sold out. Hi Sandy. And I know somebody emailed me about making a video for the Dayna pack with a zippered top, but I hadn't seen a photo of one, so I wasn't able to do it. But I'm pretty sure it is doable. You just want to cut out a lining piece out of this, and probably a lining piece out of like your completed front. Oh, got a new username. Hi, Kelly. Let me find my top lining piece. Right. I agree, Shayna. I agree. That's kind of how I feel about it too. Is like, just because people missed out doesn't mean we should just offer a box willy-nilly. But if we did, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be another like grand opening box. It would be like a project box down the road, something like that. I'm gonna sew down a little bit more. sewing purse pals. I love that. The purse pal is still a pattern I have never made. I feel like every time I try to make a wallet, it looks terrible. Annual Mormino Christmas box. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Okay. I don't think I need to box the bottoms yet. Lining up this side panel. Oh, Aubrey said, "Where's my box?" Oh. Oh, fine. I hope that you're able to make one of the trash cans. They're so fun. And for anyone following that, my sister said that she would like the car trash can. I think I was supposed to add this first to close that up. So let me go ahead and box these really quick. Pleat this, and then I'll add the other side. Not a big deal. Oh yeah, Tammy. Okay. So I've got those pleated. I'm going to clip those together, making sure they line up nicely. And then we'll add that back liner piece. And I believe you want to line this up here. Pretty sure. Yeah, this feels right. And I feel like even if it's not right, it'll still turn out in the end. All in place. And I'm going to top stitch this side panel open. Hello, Marilita. So I finally made the NCW on my Janome HD9. I didn't like it. I might try again, but it gave me all sorts of issues when I was top stitching the flap, which is crazy because I didn't even interface the flap very much. So I don't know. I might have to play with it some more. But I just didn't love it the way I love this machine. But I mean, we've had years together. Of course it's gonna be different. All right, so here is the front of it done. Got a little hole here. I'm just gonna base that back. Okay. And then I am using what I brought home as far as hardware. So all I have is 1.5 inch. So I'm hoping this works out okay. So I've cut this piece here to 3 inches wide. I could have just used the same webbing, but I thought the vinyl might be kind of fun. So we're at 1.5 inches wide, and I'm going to top stitch along the sides. And then I'm going to cut this in half. And slide my D-rings through. I love watching you and sewing at the same time on Saturday. Sewing party, yay! I love that. I know, I think it'd be cool to actually have sewing parties in real life when the world is able to. I was trying to think of a way to make this just like an adjustable fanny pack, but then I remembered like you have to actually get it on your body too. So I'm glad I didn't go too far with that thought. So yeah, we're gonna base this along the side here, and I'm gonna probably have to adjust the shape of this a little bit because that cutout is meant for 1 inch hardware, but it should still work out okay. And if not, it's a gift. I don't think the recipient will really care. Okay, so those are basted into place, and I'm going to start by lining up the side and the top edge and clipping it to where I can see the front panel, because we don't want to close open that portion. And so we'll just match up the sides and the bottom. I do want to add a little woven label that says "You look really pretty today." I meant to add it along the side accent panel, but I forgot. And I don't want to add like 2 woven labels, so I'll just not put the Mormino label on it. I'm not that worried about it. All right, everything is clipped together. I'm going to start along this side panel. You're going to sew around all of the sides, but you're not going to sew through this opening here. Okay, I'm getting close to my D-ring, so I want to kind of maneuver it so I'm not sewing through the hardware and I'm not sewing through the actual connector as well. Got a little hole in my vinyl. The hole happened because my foot hit the hardware and it kind of rubbed in a weird way. All good, we can fix it with a rivet. Hopefully. Yeah, we can fix it with a rivet. So I gotta move my hardware out of the way so I don't get another one. There we go. Okay. So sewn all the way around the edges. And then turn it through the zippered pocket. Awesome. And press along the bottom seam. And then flatten up at the top. I'm going to rearrange down here at this curve. Very nice. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm rolling the seam back and forth to flatten it out nicely. And I believe we top stitch from vinyl up, down, around, basically. I don't want to top stitch through my pleated area because that would kind of close off the pleats. So I'm going to increase my stitch length just a little bit. I'm going to start on the vinyl panel. And then go around. And this will help stabilize the D-ring connector as well. I'm sewing over my D-ring, so I want to protect it with a little scrap of something. And you want to sew far enough down on the top that you're closing that birthing hole. Oh man, this hole in the vinyl is so strangely placed that I can't cover it with a rivet. But I did just kind of like top stitch through it, so hopefully that helps. And then I'm getting back to that vinyl, and I'm going to back stitch. I'm going to pull my thread to the back and cut it. I did not catch the very, very top, but I'm going to do a second line of stitching. I'm going to start at the vinyl panel. Ending at the vinyl panel. There we go. That doesn't look bad. Looks purposeful. That and the recipient is not going to care. And now it's closed. Alright, so we'll make the strap for it really quick. I am using this webbing. This is for, this is from IndoLove Creations, I'm pretty sure. And we're just gonna make an adjustable strap. So I'm gonna slide this through along the slider. I'm gonna fold over that edge just a little bit. Yeah, Aslan, I thought I used more than 1/8 of an inch, but I don't know. It's just like default. Not a big deal. The thread that I'm using is the pastel sewing thread from Wizardry, Stitchery, Geeky Crafts. GeekyHardware.com. More baggies. I am using these new lever snap hooks. This is the first time I get to use them. I'm super excited. Just because they're so fancy. So around the slider, I'm going to use a lighter along this edge. Just to help prevent fraying. Slide around like that. And I'm going to do a little bit of a box stitch there. Protect the hardware. All right, so our strap is now complete. Just put that on there. All done. All right, one gift finished. Now time to make the peekaboo. I think if I run out of bobbin, I have enough thread that is close in color, so I'm not super worried about it. Need to make sure that my zipper is 13 inches, and I second guessed myself and I cut it to 12 inches, so that's too short. So let's grab something else. Small piece. There we go. I'll measure it this time. And then I am using zipper tabs on this peekaboo instead of like the wide open version that is written in the pattern. So the zipper tabs that I use are actually just the difference in these two pieces. So if you lay out your pattern pieces just so you have very minimal waste, and you've got these pieces left over, which you can use as like a little D-ring connector for the Peekaboo, or you can use them as zipper tabs. And if you're using vinyl, it doesn't matter that it's raw edged. So the way I like to use the zipper tabs is I'll just take a piece of double-sided tape, put it in the center, line my zipper up on one side, and then the other end of the zipper on the other. So they're really big, but it's just a scrap piece I'm using up anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. Hi Kira. Hi Cindy. Thanks all for coming. I know I've been doing a lot of lives recently, but I've just had some free time, I guess you could call it. I mean, this is work, but it's been nice to get to hang out with everybody. And then I'm just cutting off all of that excess zipper tab. So there's our finished zipper. Now I'm going to add the side panels. This print is fairly tossed, but I like it this way. And then for the Peekaboo, you're basically creating these like bookend pieces. And you want to line up that edge, and your cutout should be at the bottom center. And then the other one should be mirror image of that. And I always like to clip at the top and the bottom so that nothing shifts while I'm moving the other clips. So I'm going to set my stitch length to about a 4.5, and I believe it's like a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Oh, wait, oh, okay. I thought I ran out of bobbin. Well, thank you. I think I need to oil my machine. Oh. This chair is so squeaky. Maybe I need to oil my chair. Okay. There we go. And we'll clip together the other side. And then we're just going to fold that open and top stitch. I like to top stitch on the vinyl, but if you have a domestic machine, you may be better off top stitching on the fabric. Or you can butterfly the seam open and split the difference of the thickness. So this is on the vinyl. This is on the fabric. You can see the way that seam kind of sits differently. And there's really no right or wrong for it. Just whatever works. Oh, you bought the chair and it's squeaky too? Oh, that's so weird. I don't remember mine always being squeaky, but I don't know. Okay. And that's all of that done. So we want to baste our zipper into place. And I'm just centering the zipper. You'll have about a ½ inch on either side with that 13-inch zipper. You can use double-sided tape to hold your zipper in place, or you can baste it into place. I'm just gonna clip it and add my lining. If your lining isn't the exact same size, that is okay. You can trim it down if need be, or if you're making a lot of these, you could also just take this over to your cutting table and cut the lining to the exact size of this piece. And then if you're going to top stitch through the lining piece, I would recommend only going from one zipper tab to the other zipper tab, leaving this ½ inch undone. I like the look of top stitching across the whole top, but leaving your lining out of the top stitch. But this can be tricky for beginners if you didn't sew like the right distance from your zipper tape teeth. I'm just folding that seam down as I go, praying I don't run out of bobbin. Oh, nope. Okay, we still got bobbin. However, you do want to press this side down. So I'm going to use my iron really quick and just steam that down. That way I've got this nice edge. See how it's far enough away from the zipper teeth that when I zip and unzip it, it's not going to get caught. But if you sew too close to your zipper teeth, make sure you're top stitching through your lining. Okay, so we'll add the next panel, and you can take care to like line up your side panels. I have made 5 peekaboos and my 5th one came out the best. Oh, I love that. Yeah, definitely practice makes better. Okay, so now I'm checking that my zipper is equidistant from either edge. And it's not quite, so I'm just maneuvering it a little bit more. Again, you can baste it into place. You can use tape. I'm just going to go for it. am using a different kind of waterproof canvas. I got this sample from the supplier. I don't know how I feel about it. It's really easy to tell which side is which though, so that's nice. But it almost feels like a tarp. The fabric doesn't. It feels okay, but the backing feels kind of like a tarp. Oh, sweet. Alright, I'm getting close to my zipper pull. So I'm going to unzip it out of the way. I'm not going to risk this top stitch. Oh, I would have had just enough, but it's pretty empty. Yeah, I would have had enough, but I'd rather not risk it. So we'll use this other fairly small bobbin. I'm going to fold this open. You want all of your lining pieces out of the way. And I mean, I've made probably 300 peekaboos. So if I'm going super fast, it's because I've done it so many times. So if you're going slower, there's nothing wrong with that. We don't all have to go at the same speed. All right, so I'm going to unzip this about halfway, and then I'm going to put right sides together, making sure to line up where my side panels meet my zipper tape. And I like to use the Wonder Clips there, but then everywhere else, whoop, I just use the little hair clips. And then I'm going to add my name tag along the side. And I just hit it in that little seam there. I'm going to start at my lining bottom, about 1.5 inches from the outer edge, and I'm just going to sew around all the straight sides, not in the corners or anything like that. And then as I'm sewing these corners, I just pinch them together. And the seam allowance isn't super important so long as you're consistent with the seam allowance you're using. And then you may want to increase your seam allowance a little bit in the lining. Okay, but there is what it's looking like. And we'll just reach our hand inside through to the exterior. I'm going to unzip my zipper all the way, and I'm going to open this side panel and squish the sides together to create the flat bottom. And you're going to do that for all 4 corners. And you can clip them all at once and then sew them all at once, or you can do one at a time, whatever you want to do. And then I like to butterfly open those seams along the bottom, but you can also do something called nesting, where you turn one seam one way and turn one the other. And that'll prevent any bulky spots for your sewing machine to go over. The purple vinyl for the first one was from Dulce Hardware and More. She had a pre-order a while ago. It's a fairly thin vinyl, so I wouldn't recommend it for large bags, but it is fun for wallets or like flaps, accent pieces. Okay, so instead of taking my thread out and cutting everything, I'm just grabbing another corner and continuing. This helps with going faster when sewing this bag, because you don't have to like lift up and cut the thread and repeat. So you can see I just did a little jump stitch there. Repeat that on the other side. Do you think it'd be good with the Devon pouch? Oh, for sure. Yeah. It is a nice thin one. I think I've made a Devon with it. And then I am trimming down my excess threads. And I like to trim at the zipper tab area. That'll help it sit a little nicer as well. Otherwise, I don't trim a lot of my seam allowances. I don't think it makes for a better bag overall. I kind of like that the seams add a little bit of structure to the bag. So now we're ready to turn it. It's really not sticky. And that's just the wrong side. So I'm also trying out a vinyl as well that I'm hoping to carry. It has such pretty colors. I just got black and tan and like a purple to try out, but I think it's really, it feels really nice, but you gotta check to see how it holds up. It is like a fuzzy backed vinyl, so I'm always leery of those. But it feels really nice and it's not sticky. Okay, and then for this corner here, I'm taking my thumb and I'm poking out the zipper tab. So you should have a little space there. Make sure you're poking out that corner. And finish poking out the bottom of the bag. And then I do the same from the wrong side of the lining to the lining, which is poke out those corners so it's nice and sharp. And then you want to burp the bag, get all that air out, especially if you're using a water resistant canvas or proof canvas, because sometimes it doesn't let water or air escape easily. And we'll clip along that seam, making sure it's nice and flat. And you're just going to sew that closed. And this is where I'll add, oh wait, no, I put a Mormino tag. I'll put a "You look really pretty today" on the inside. And I can't believe my bobbin made it. And then you just push the lining inside. she's all done. Nice little pouch. So I just made 2 gifts in 45 minutes, which was the exact amount of time I was hoping to spend on it. Let me know if you all have any questions. This is awesome. And I'd be happy to stay and hang for a second. I'm hopefully cutting out several things today, but we shall see. I feel like anytime I want to, I run out of energy or focus. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut out a poppy pouch. I'm super excited. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you have a good weekend, and it's almost holiday time. This webbing is not a padded one. No, this is a thinner one, but it is a nice thickness. But yeah, I've only seen the padded ones from Ait Said. Yeah, so here is that purple. I think it's called like a lychee vinyl. Let's see if I can find that hole. But yeah, it is a little bit sticky and it's not super, super strong. But yeah, I would definitely recommend. This webbing is really pretty. And I think it's good for a strap. I don't know if it's great for backpack straps, but I think if you were to do like a crossbody and do like maybe one of those padded covers, that could be nice. But yeah, the thinner vinyl is really fun. I love this one. Oh, Rochelle, those are so fun. So she said that she printed out the Peekaboo to actual size and then another one at 81% to make them a stackable thing. So yeah, I've seen people do like 50%, 80%, and 100% to make a little stackable set. And if you're in a rush, you could also just use the lining piece to cut out the exterior and the lining, and it would go even faster in that instance. So yeah, I will see y'all later. Bye.